So I have never been a fan of purchasing yarn from Amazon. I think there are so many great yarn retailers out there who specialize in yarn, and sometimes when I see people buying yarn on Amazon, I'm always like, oh no, I feel like they paid too much. I put a little challenge to myself because of just a couple different things. I have been kind of developing, I shouldn't say developing, like maybe more like just refining the type of yarn I like to work with, the type of projects I like to make. I thought I would challenge myself to see like what I personally thought was like the best quality yarn for the best prices on Amazon. So if that's something you're curious about, please stick around. And I should start out with a full disclaimer that I happen to love fine weight yarns. I love wools, I love cottons, and I like a fingering weight, I like a sport weight, I like a DK. So that's what I was looking for. So if that type of yarn and those type of projects are not your cup of tea, I totally get it. I got my inspiration from the Vilrita website, and that is in Bulgaria. Now, I was looking on it, and there was some absolutely like slamming deals on some absolutely gorgeous yarns, but the shipping is so high, like crazy high. We're talking like ice yarns high almost. Not quite, but kind of. And I just can't spend $40 on shipping. Like I just can't. I can't bring myself to do it. So I decided to look and see if some of those yarns that were on Vilrita were on Amazon. And here is what I found. I got 4 different yarns, and each thing I bought was right around $15 or $16. I bought 2 different brands, Alize and YarnArt, and I am really happy with both of the things I bought. Now, I will say, you do need to use some discretion when looking for these things on Amazon, because I found quite a few that seemed like they were the best deal, but then they had extra shipping charges on top of it that really didn't make it a great deal. So use discretion, really look. I made sure like all of them shipped from Amazon and made sure it was free shipping and, you know, all the stuff that we use Amazon for. The first yarn I got is this Alize Angora Gold. It's a 3.5 ounce ball, and there is 600 yards in here. It is 80% acrylic and 20% wool. And I do not remember what the color name of this is, but I will have all of this linked below in the description box. And then of course in the corresponding blog post, I'll also have them linked. Now this is a 1-weight yarn, but I loved like the deep teal jewel tone color in this. And there was 3 in this pack. So this one was, like vacuum sealed in a vacuum sealed bag. So it is a little bit misshapen. If I squish it a little, you know, it kind of starts coming back into shape. There was a label that just said it was vacuum sealed and allow it to puff back up. I think it will get, you know, a little bit puffier as it goes, especially when I show you the other Alize that I got. You can kind of see in case you're like, oh, that looks lumpy, bumpy. But with 3 of these at 600 yards, I am super psyched to make myself a wearable out of this. Or 2 wearables. I don't even know. This Alize, I think I'm saying that right. If I'm not, let me know. This is Angora Gold, and I believe this is the Batik. I didn't bring my readers up. That wasn't thinking on my part. But it, again, is 3.5 ounces, 600 yards. It is a 1-weight. It is 80 acrylic and 20% wool. And I really love these kind of like warm mocha tones in here. I think this is very pretty. I'm excited. Definitely Shannon type colors. So yeah, you can see how like this one looks a little bit like nicer just because it wasn't vacuum sealed. So, but there, this is, this actually has 1 yard more than this yard. Did I say that right? This skein has 1 more yard than this skein does. So, I mean, it is really pretty much exactly the same. This, though, was in a 2-pack for $16 or right around there. So I got 3 of the solid color for the price of 2 of the multicolored. But it's gorgeous. That's how it works a lot of times, and I am fine with that. And I will have, since there's 600 yards here, I will have 1,200 yards. So I can definitely make like one awesome wearable out of that. Now, very similar to this Alize is a YarnArt one I bought. And, you know, I've heard good things about YarnArt before, and this is the Angora Active. So you can tell, I mean, there's kind of a theme here. I definitely have a type when it comes to yarn. This is also a one weight, 80% acrylic, 20% wool. It's 3.5 ounces again, and there's almost 550 yards in here. So, you know, about 50 yards less than the Alize, but still very pretty. And I will say the YarnArt is a smidge softer than the Alize, if that is something. Like, this isn't bad, but like, you know, this is wool. Where this, it's definitely softer. It's softer. These were sold in 1 packs for $8. So I got 2 of them. So I would have 1,000, almost 1,100 yards. So I could make a big project out of that. And I thought that fit into the same like $16-ish, $15, $16-ish range. So I am very excited to have both of these. And then the very last one I am absolutely in love with. This may, as far as like commercially made yarn, this may be my favorite yarn I've like ever bought in my entire life. I don't know if that's like hyping it up too much or not, but look at this. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. YarnArt Flowers Moonlight. So it is like warm golds and browns. There's like, I don't know if this is like a grayish purple color in here, but then there is like a brownish coppery color sparkle through the whole thing. It's a cotton acrylic blend, and then the metallic polyester, and there's a little over 1,000 yards here. And I could not be more excited about this. I believe I am going to make myself a virus shawl out of this because I think that would be gorgeous. And I might actually jump back on Amazon and try to order maybe 1 or 2 more of these because I do love it so, so much. Yeah, this is, again, like 100% Shannon colors, and this was like around $15, $16 as well. Extremely soft. Like, it's kind of surprising, even with like the little metallic glittery strand, how soft this really is. My dog is whining. I don't know if you just heard him. So those are the 4 best deals that I found on Amazon. Of course, your preferences might be different. Of course, color preferences, weight difference, preferences, fiber preferences, all that could be different. I just urge you to use caution, and it's something where I know it can be easy to order stuff off of Amazon, but a lot of times you don't get the best price there. I will be doing a follow-up video and just show you the results of what I made with these, my thoughts on how they all worked up, because I really did feel like I kind of impressed myself with what I got. I'm very happy with it. And I will have, of course, a blog post with everything in there too, if you are interested as well. If you have gotten another great deal on Amazon on yarn, let me know down in the comments. I appreciate you sharing, and I will talk with yarn again with you soon. Bye.